All right, I was right. These three black pieces go into three big holes on the ship. There's one right here, and there's black pieces that go in that hole. Now, I don't think it's textured on any given side. It is not. It looks like I have plenty of black filament, but it looks like on one side I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna get it glued in here. Let me see how this fits in there. Hopefully I don't have to fit it from the bottom. We'll use this one. This one's easier to get to because it's open on both the top and the bottom. See, what gets me is the hole is not round, and these parts look round. No, they're not round. No, they're not. This part most certainly is not round. That's another thing about these 3D printed kits. You commonly do not have directions. No, this one was a little bit more with directions than I expected, than I usually get. Okay? Quite often you're just guessing to figure out how things go together. Well, that piece fits in there really tight. This piece right here fits in there so tight, I don't think, yeah, I can push it back out. I can push it back out. I don't want to do too much because it'll leave a mark. I'm not going to mess with it. I don't think it's going anywhere. If I do anything, I'll just put a dab of glue on the underside of it. It fits in there really nice and tight. Yep, fits in there nice and tight. Now, I don't think these two have a preference where they go. I'm just trying to figure out if there is a side preference, because they're not symmetric. And there's probably a correct up and a correct down on them. That one's wants to go in the hole that way. This has been a lot easier to do before I glued it together. So anyone prints this thing and wants to put it together, these black pieces, you put them in before you glue. Okay? At least I had the foresight to check. I do see one problem. Not 100% clear across the bottom here. So there we go. This might get her done. And that piece went halfway across the room. And I hope the carpet monster doesn't eat it. It didn't. I see where it went. This room is still in need of a lot of organizing. That's over the next few weeks. I've been working on my yard because I have a neighbor who loves to call the hoa on me, and he does it constantly. I got him upset one day with my car, and it wasn't that I was really doing anything wrong. He was just driving really slow, so I went around the block and got in front of him, and at that point he called the police. And I don't understand why people are that way. It's like, you're going slow, let me go by you. Why can't you let me go by? Why do you want to trap me behind you? Okay, what is up with that concept? That's what he did. And we had a long conversation with the police, and hopefully they had a long conversation with him about following people. Is this what he did? He followed me for like 5 miles while he was talking to the police. And just a few days before that, I had a road rager chasing me everywhere. And I had to call the police on him, so it's fun. There we go. That piece is going in, and it is tight. That piece right there is tight. Probably shouldn't have said those last bits on camera. But you all know how it is. Sometimes people just unhinged. I mean, think about how unhinged he is to call the HOA on me if there's just one tiny weed in my yard. Constantly calling them. Okay, I mean, that is unhinged. Quite badly unhinged behavior. Oh, he's got a weed. Call the HOA, honey. You know, I understand our economy is doing poor, and I don't want to get into politics. Our economy is doing poor, and some people can't handle that well when things go bad. I'm one to know, my life has gone bad. You go to my other channel, you can see all the videos about it. They're there, okay? But I don't take it out on others. There's no need for that. All right, this one's going to be a bit harder to do because it's way down in here and I can barely reach it. Well, it decided it didn't like the glue. So I might have to mix some epoxy to glue this together with, but this part right here is going to go together really quickly and easily. Now, yep, look, it's snapping right in since the glue popped. Overstressed the glue a bit. That part's in there. All right, so do I have to clean the glue? That's the question. Do I go get the 5-minute epoxy and put this thing together with some epoxy? That's probably what I'm going to do because it's going to hold it really well. I don't need this thing snapping apart because my daughters pick it up, because they will pick it up. I promise that. Look, the glue didn't quite cure. So I'm just going to add some more. Yeah, I can see the glue is still wet. It hadn't quite cured yet. I'm just going to add a little bit more glue. I mean, if glue was dry, there's no way I would be doing what I'm doing. Because I've tried that before. I have a Cylon Raider model. Some of you might remember that one. The glue, it's been broken by numerous people so many times over the years. And I had someone abuse it a while ago. They saw some scratches in the paint and they thought they were cleaning the paint. Yeah, I still have it. It's still valid and in my movie room. All right, so we got that together. I just have to put the 3 body pieces together now. I'm going to go let this sit with some weight on it, this piece. Okay, this glue is not cured, so I might just come back in an hour or 2 and finish this off. Might be best if I do so. And just let these 2 pieces sit with some weight on them and put the clamp back on the nose cone so my nose cone doesn't come apart. But I had to put the fins on here, didn't I? I'm using a shop vise as weight because the shop vise is actually pretty heavy. Okay? And it will sit on here and hold these 2 in place very well while they cure. The big problem is I can't set them on there the way I was doing so earlier. Oh, this has got some weight. All right, I'll come back in about 20-30 minutes and let those cure, and we'll glue the 3 pieces together. Let me look at this nose cone real quick and make sure it's not coming apart, and it looks like it's coming apart a little bit. So I'm gonna get my Irwin clamp again and reclamp this up at the top and go check on what's going on downstairs. I am gonna go over how to make a strobe again pretty soon, because the stand I'm printing for this thing, I watched some video of it at nighttime, and it has 2 strobe lights on it, and it has quite a few spotlights on it. So I'm going to get the white LEDs and we're going to light that thing up, and I might have to do some paint on it because I got to hide those paint wires somehow. And I still have my 6 engines to put on this thing, and I might actually put those engines on with 2-part epoxy, simply because I don't want them coming off, and they will break pretty easily. Okay, and I do mean break pretty easily. Well, I'm gonna go, I'll come back when I glue the whole body together, and show you the final result. I'll bring Super Heavy up with me because he's downstairs. My daughter, eldest Miri, decided she wanted to make a display with Super Heavy downstairs. So he's displayed on the mantle of the fireplace. I'll bring him up here and we'll put Starship on him so we'll get an idea of just how tall this thing is. Okay? And I will be back in about 20, 30 minutes for you all. It's just sitting and waiting.